Bronya Zaychik. She goes by many different names. The Oral Silver Wolf, a good friend, the Herrscher of Reason, and the Meta. Welcome to what your main Valkyrie says about you. And on today's third episode, we'll be dissecting all of Bronya's battlesuits and telling you what playing as a specific Bronya makes you. And trust me, we have a lot of battlesuits to go through. As with the previous two episodes, please note that this series are mostly filled with nothing but jokes, and a lot of what I'm about to say is purely for entertainment purposes only. If you want to play a specific suit, don't let this video discourage you. Remember, Myriad Crimson Impulse was always a thing. With that out of the way, ladies and degenerates, let's begin. Valkyrie Chariot. Okay, do I have to keep repeating myself with the B rank Valkyries? Well, seeing as we're 3 parts into this, I'll try and make this quick. Valkyrie Chariot is the third ever member added into your waifu collection when you first start playing the game. She may seem underwhelming at first, but ironically enough, it solidifies her role and use in the 3-man squad, that being the support role. Unless you're playing Herrscher of Reason. Nevertheless, she's a relatively okay support, but it's painfully obvious that she gets the short end of the stick compared to the 3 B rank starters when you're approaching the mid game and beyond, and how she fares to the other support role Valks as a whole. Unlike suits like Crimson Impulse, yes, if given the right stuff, she's competing in Myriad Abyss. Her support is just far too weak in order to be viable anywhere, or even bother trying to utilise. If you actually do see a Valkyrie Chariot anywhere else though, like in co-op, savour and treasure the sight of this rare creature, because it'll be the last time you'll ever see it around for a long time. Hell, they're probably extinct at this point. Alright, so if you main Valkyrie Chariot, you'll just need to never mind. You should probably get the drill by now. Thankfully, this will be the last time I ever make that comparison from this point on. So, hooray I suppose. Snowy Sniper.
Boom. Headshot.
Sniping's a good job, mate. Change your work, out of doors. I can guarantee you won't go looking for someone better. Snowy Sniper is a battlesuit that never really got off the ground, at least in my personal opinion. Actually no, I've got something that can prove this instantly. Just take a look at this screenshot. Yes, you aren't going mental here. All of the relevant Snowy Sniper related videos on YouTube are all from a year or 2 ago. Hell, even further beyond gaming labelled her a forgotten Valkyrie in his video 3 months ago. Now, why is this? Well, because even your ancestors' wrinkly old cold corpse is enough to do a better job at freezing the Honkai beast than her. Are you guys seeing a pattern already? This is the second time we have a battlesuit from Bronya that's not only underwhelming, but just lives and breathes in the shadows of its far superior competition. Let's remind ourselves again. What is Snowy Sniper's main role? Huh? High DPS freezer? Okay, let's get serious. If you main Snow... Actually, no, I won't be serious here. If she's gonna be taken as a joke, then you know what, we might as well join in. If you main Snowy Sniper... dude, just use a Gathering Valkyrie or literally anyone else. Yamabuki armor. Alright, just to get this off my shoulders, we're going to be breaking the augment separate from main suits thing that I usually follow when doing this series. Just to quickly point this out, I'm not talking about this battlesuit augment Void Drifter, but this is just the base battlesuit that I'm talking about. Void Drifter will come a bit later. The main reason for me doing this is because, well, they don't really play any differently. In fact, they possess almost exactly the same playstyle, aside from an ultimate skill change. Alright, let's just get into the battlesuit as a whole. Oh my god, finally. A Bronya that does not fall under that stupid, outclassed or underwhelming pattern that plagues some of her other suits. In fact, dare I say, she was my first ever triple S rank Valkyrie. Yes, she is that useful, people. At first glance, she doesn't really do anything characteristically different than the other Bronyas, but that's about where the comparisons come to a screeching halt. The base battlesuit as a whole is fine. excellent for early to mid-game content my AF. But we're just scraping the surface here. Yes, the pretty good healing and shield on her is nice, but just you wait. Drive Kometa, the augment to the suit, is easily one of the most useful, if not the most useful, support battlesuit in the entire game. Yes, not even joking. Now, her healing gets removed when you enable the augment core, but with her mighty shield and gathering from her modified ultimate, you seriously don't even need it. Shield? Shield you say? This thing ain't a shield, it's a retro invincibility bubble. Listen to me, dude. You put her as the leader of your team, and your physical Valkyries will thrive tremendously from the 20 to 30% additional crit rate, as well as the 20 to 30% additional crit damage for psychic type Valkyries. You so much as keep her alive out of the field, and your teammates won't have to worry about having a little tiny paper cut on their body until they're being lowered into their graves. It's that good. You remember that sneaky little pit in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where even if you're Supersonic, you'll be stuck in that spike pit until you run out of rings and die? That's basically Drive Kometa's shield against physical damage dealing Honkai beasts. Dude, you think I'm joking? Look at this tier list. China agrees with me. That's so shitty. Anyway. If you main Yamabuki armor or Drive Kometa on your team, you know what you're doing, and hats off to you. I promise this isn't me being biased and glorifying myself because I made her to Triple S first, okay? Dimension Breaker. Absolutely pathetic. Please give her an augment, miHoYo. She probably needs it more than sloppy sniper over here. If you made Dimension Breaker...
Bro, you need Jesus.
Wolfstorn. Okay, guys, listen. She may not be meta, be a bit relevant, or hell, even be one of the best. But damn is she a great economic option. Wolfstorn is basically the alternate dimension counterpart to Yamabuki armor. They both do the same job after all, but in a slightly different way. Whilst Yamabuki is mainly for protecting your team against physical damage, Wolfstorn, predictably, protects your team against elemental damage. But where her real use shines is when you upgrade her to double S rank, where she receives the legendary, the epic, prismatic refraction skill. On the surface it may sound like a complicated brain-f***ery maths topic, but trust me, the skill and its application are much simpler than it sounds. As the game says, when barrier is active, gain 30% elemental damage. Yes, free elemental damage just for her barrier existing. So why isn't she meta? 5 words, Sagehua and Blood Dogs. The Valkyrie and the Sword respectively is pretty much Bronya's only competition in this field, and the two eclipses her in utility and support, unfortunately. I'm sorry Bronya, but a 60% additional elemental damage boost in a short burst seems a bit more appealing than your 30. Essentially, if you're going to want to do top tier, whale-defying elemental damage, you're going to want to get the two, and this isn't even including Azure Imperia's weapon and sticks, which will enhance her output even further beyond. But hey, you know what? I don't mind. For a consistent 30% elemental damage boost as someone who doesn't really, personally own Sagehua yet, I think that's absolutely fine. If you main Wolfstorn on your elemental team, you're most likely a free-to-play player, or you just don't give a shit about Metavalks. Black Nucleus.
What the hell is this?
Allow me to fill you in, Dante. This is a battlesuit that has truly fallen from grace. She goes from being able to be a reliable, cheesy option for one-shotting Memorial Arena bosses, to just dust. You know, I made the joke twice about the actual story of the game sometimes reflecting the relevancy and potency of battlesuits, but this here, I think, is the ultimate example of this repetitive joke of mine. Black Nucleus, whom only appeared in the story for probably no more than 5 minutes as a whole on screen, had this exact same lifespan in the actual game. Now, I'm not going to bother showing you again how many old videos are relevant in her search results right now, but take my word for it, and you can even search this yourself. It's just as bad as before, if not even worse. This is a battlesuit that is not only horse crap without her synergy and gear, but isn't even as applicable or as powerful as other more relevant synergies are. Tell me, do you see Black Nucleus anywhere on this list? No? Well, now you know why. You've got to be one little brave boy in order to still use her. You've got to have true affection for Bronya in order to still use her. And this links into what maining Black Nucleus means for you as a player. If you main Black Nucleus, you undoubtedly were either playing around the time when this game first came out, or you're incredibly paid to win. Or you bought her outfit recently. Come to think of it, this is MiHoYo's only incentive to get you guys back into playing her. And to be honest, MiHoYo, it wasn't enough. Herrscher of Reason. Hoo boy, the big one. Where do I even start with this battlesuit? She had all the hype, the animated shorts and trailers that she could have ever possibly wanted, and she seriously lived up to each and every single one of them. She was an absolute beast on release. You see, in the Honkai-verse, power creeping Valkyries is almost like a tradition, like Christmas or Easter. It's pretty much part of the experience now. And hell, even this battlesuit wasn't exactly safe from this. However, because of her still being the best at her role at the time, and she still is, mind you, she was still able to retain a high place in the meta, despite not being as prominent generalist-wise as she once was. However, that all changed in Update 4.3 with the introduction of the grand spanking new toy for Herrscher Bronya, her own pre-arm. Just to quickly explain to those that are not level 81 or above, a pre-arm is basically a 6-star, more powerful version of a particular weapon. And damn, did it seriously boost her up the meta to become the currently second strongest generalist Valkyrie in the entire game, only losing out slightly to Delta, the Rosalia Lilia fusion. Yes, even Herrscher of Thunder May, you know, the most recent Herrscher and meta breakthrough battlesuit, loses out to Bronya and her pre-arm despite being more recent and powerful upon release. What else can I say about Herrscher of Reason Bronya? She's almost too good at what she does, and is completely unrivaled in her field. And no, don't come to me with 6 Serenade Callan or Memento Sakura. Completely unrivaled. If you main Herrscher of Reason Bronya, you're an actual proper bully that has a bite as potent as your bark. You're far too strong, you're far too cocky, you probably laugh like a maniac as Bronya's bite rips through the flesh of multiple ice-vulnerable Honkai beasts. Seriously though, if you ever see Herrscher of Reason Bronya in the expansion supply anytime soon, get her! She helped me tremendously throughout the mid-game, and she's still very, very applicable in the endgame. She's just a gift that keeps on giving. So you know what? Just get her. And with all that being said and done, we have now reached the conclusion of this 3rd episode. I'm actually pretty proud of how all this turned out, so I hope you all enjoyed the video. Next time, we'll be looking at a lolly, which one, or ones, will be for all of you viewers to discover soon. If you enjoyed the video, or found it better than usual, please leave a like to show me that you're enjoying the content. All kinds of feedback, whether it be suggestions, praise or criticism, is all welcome. And if you like my content style, consider subscribing to feast on a little more when they're uploaded in the future. Alright, that's enough from me. I'll catch you guys next time in my next upload. Laters.